Hello Trendline, this is Gene, and today I'm going to present a key update to our indicator, our detailed dashboard. So it's new material that Trendline released free for folks to follow and see. Stay tuned and check it out. There's lots of stuff. Click here to unlock and open it on the screen. Look at the dashboard. What if you could see a comprehensive dashboard with multiple averages, insightful market trends, advanced fractal readings, the very latest prices, and clear short and long-term perspectives conveniently displayed on one screen? Okay, so on the screen you see our trendline panel, our dashboard. Here I've already marked some assets like Ethereum, Polkadot, Bitcoin, Matic, Link, and Solana. In fact, this first row here, labeled current, represents the specific chart that's currently displayed, and in this case, it is the BNB chart. When I put BNB on the screen, the first line, which is the current one, shows the BNB price information specifically. If I wanted to see another asset, I could easily select it here within the system's interface. The screen would open quickly, and the first line would clearly display the asset's price and reading in detail right away for analysis. It's a very practical dashboard indeed. We can visually identify market trends, market projections, and how to carefully interpret the data available to us at a glance. Let's imagine that I want to see Bitcoin's performance in more detail right now, specifically and precisely for clarity. Remember, I'm looking at a daily chart, so based on this analysis, Bitcoin is bearish in the short term but bullish in the long term overall. Our averages, look closely at the Bitcoin averages, the current price. So the current price is $57,120, and it's only above the average of the 400-day period. The market dips for the rest. I often use the fractal as a key indicator to quickly and effectively help me decide whether or not I should enter a trade. So since my fractal is 59.7, practically 59.8, I only go long. I definitely buy now and then for absolute sure, especially if the market is above 59.8, okay? Based on this panel, I can already see that this trade wouldn't enter on the daily chart bias. Specifically, Ethereum wouldn't enter at this time, and Polkadot also wouldn't enter right now. All of this is specifically speculating entries with a long-term bias based on the daily chart. So we see the current price for our fractal is very, very far off. So for this strategy here, going long wouldn't be worthwhile. What can I do? I can further lower the time frame to analyze the chart for insight. And remember, this is a trigger chart. If you don't remember what a trigger chart is, there's a video here on the channel, and I invite you to join the WhatsApp group where we talk quite a lot about these trigger entries. So check it out. So I only have one trade on the daily chart, and that meaning my base is primarily on the weekly time frame, plus my trigger operates on the daily weekly base. If I want the base on the daily, the trigger comes for 4 hours. So on the 4-hour chart, I would easily already have the other point to read quite clearly and readily now. So if a reading was charted on a 4-hour time frame, you'd see some changes. Looking at the daily chart, we can see that in the long term, many indicators show this, and I have 7 assets. Of the 7 assets, 4 show long-term gains and 3 show some losses at the moment. When I pull up the 4-hour chart, only Solana indicates a long-term uptrend. So what is happening here exactly? It turns out the market has indeed been building in the short term, selling pressure, and this pressure obviously impacts the price and the forecast. So our dashboard already clearly shows the entire selling bias in detail. If I set the trigger to 1 hour, it does the same thing, showing the market's overall reading. So based on this reading, the market is still very bearish indeed. Now, what will happen? Like yesterday, August 6th, and also today, August 7th, the markets noticeably rose. So in the very short term, when carefully checking a 30-minute time frame for triggers with just a brief 1-hour cool down period, some assets are already showing positive gains overall. Look, Bitcoin itself has already been steadily forming, 25 up, 50 up, 100 up, and is definitely heading towards taking off to 200 up pretty soon. So in the coming period, both the short term and the long term will almost certainly continue to strongly be on the upward rise. Intelligently, you'll see that if the 30-minute chart clearly shows a high pattern, it very often tends to turn the 1-hour chart high as well in actual practice. As this short-term reversal plays out right here over this very brief period of time, 30 minutes, an hour, it will tend to significantly impact the 4-hour chart. It's a complete dashboard for us to easily check the latest trends. If anyone wants a more personalized dashboard with the specific assets they want to study, I can prepare it and send you a link directly. Remember that when you set up a trading station, TradingView allows you to have a direct link, which means you can create a link with multiple screens and panels available. Creativity is obviously free. Everyone can expand on it in any way they want, drawing inspiration from and building upon their own creative ideas and perspectives. Okay, closing out here. Our dashboard is already running in real time. It's already in the group. I've already released the link. Free dashboard. Anyone who wants it, just comment, get in touch, and you can follow the market, see the short-term, long-term, medium-term trends, fractal, latest quote, and then we'll add more features. If you have any questions, just leave a comment below. Happy studying, and see you in the next video.